Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Collecting Vintage Unopened podcast. My name is Brandon Stewart. This is a podcast devoted to the collecting of unopened sports cards. So the collecting of unopened rack packs, cello packs, wax boxes, all the different ways that people collect unopened material. And it's a very niche but growing part of the sports card hobby. And this podcast will really get into a variety of different things related to unopened material. So thank you for listening. And today's topic is actually going to be which unopened products need to be authenticated. Okay, and this is an important question that actually has ramifications for all of us in the unopened collecting community, because whenever you send items into PSA, for example, whenever you send packs into PSA to get authenticated and graded, whenever you send items to Steve Hart at Baseball Card Exchange or to Kirk Christensen at Ripping Vintage Packs, whenever you send product to these companies, part of the process of authenticating takes time, right? It takes resources. It utilizes manpower, right? There are people behind the process of authentication. This isn't something that's done with machines, okay? And so it's very important for the sake of not creating unnecessary backlog, which we've seen the backlog at PSA. We've seen significant backlog at Baseball Card Exchange in regards to authentication. Steve Hart has actually had to put a pause or a semi-pause on authentication at several points in time. So today I'm going to get into which unopened products need to be authenticated and why. But for starters, there are some products, right, that I do think do not need to be authenticated. Okay, not everything needs to be authenticated. We'll start with that premise. I don't think, generally speaking, 1988 Donruss need to be authenticated. Okay, no offense to anyone out there that collects 88 Donruss. That's not the point of this. But if you have 5 cases of 1988 Donruss that you're looking to send to Ripping Vintage Packs or to Baseball Card Exchange or something like this, if you have cases of this stuff and you're thinking about sending it in, just don't. Just don't. Save the manpower, the limited manpower that we have behind authentication. There's no reason to send product like that in. Number one, the financial cost it's not worth it. It's not worth the cost to ship this stuff, the really cheap stuff, the junk wax stuff. It's just not worth it. So 88 Donruss, 89 Topps. If you're sitting on loads of this product, please just don't send it in to be authenticated. Okay, even when it's possible to send that in, right? Because it's not always one of the semi-pauses that Steve Hart put on authentication was attempting to limit this junk wax product, so to speak, from being sent in, because Baseball Card Exchange was being flooded with junk wax, right? But even if a semi-pause is lifted on the authentication of this type of material, just don't send it in. Those of us in the unopened community would appreciate it, because we will actually get our products back that need to be authenticated in a more timely fashion, right? The products that have substantial financial value, the products that are rarer, the stuff that truly needs an expert opinion to be cast on an item. And so just a little bit of what I think shouldn't be authenticated. And it's not just junk wax, right? I'm a rack pack collector, as many of you know. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, Brandon's Baseball Cards, I predominantly collect rack packs. I don't think a lot of rack packs need to be sent in, right? If in anything 1980 and earlier, I think should be sent in without any questions asked. All commons showing, whatever the case may be. If you have 1980 Topps racks and you want to send them to Steve Hart to get authenticated, you know what? Send them in, because there's substantial value to be recouped, and anything 1980 and back is 100% fair game. 100% fair game, and that's really that's why Steve Hart does what he does. It's because of product like that. He's not in the business to authenticate 1989 Topps rack packs, 1988 Topps rack packs, 1987 Topps rack packs. Even further back, I would say unless you have real concerns about a pack, if there's all common showing in a 1982 Topps pack or a 1983 Topps pack or what have you, or a few minor stars showing, anything in the mid 80s like that, there's no reason to send it in. There's absolutely no reason to send it in. The only time you should send it in is if there's key rookie cards showing, or if there's some weird combo of cards showing. So to give an example, I have currently at Baseball Card Exchange awaiting authentication. I have a 1983 Fleer jumbo rack pack. And this pack actually has 2 Gary Gaetti rookie cards showing on top. Okay, so the same key rookie card or one of the minor rookie cards in the 83 Fleer set, but the same rookie card is showing in multiple cells on top in this rack pack. Okay, that to me, that's a pack to send in. Right, that's a pack. Okay, this is pretty bizarre that this happened. I'm just going to confirm that this pack is in fact legitimate and that someone didn't tamper with this. I sincerely doubt that it was tampered with, but it's good to have that opinion, right? To add confidence to the item that you have. So that's something to keep in mind. Anything mid 80s, unless it has a key rookie showing or multiple Hall of Famers showing, it's really it can be potentially a waste of time, and you're not going to actually get much more for the pack should you go to resell it because it's wrapped. The packs that really command a premium when you're getting them wrapped are the ones that have bizarre, this Gaetti rack that I'm talking about, right? Something where it will really add value to being wrapped because there's something strange going on. Okay, well, this 85 Topps rack has McGuire and Puckett both on top. Okay, in this hypothetical example, that's a good mid-80s rack to get wrapped because buyers want confidence. Buyers want to have confidence in the item, that it hasn't been tampered with, because that's amazing to have that type of pack. To have that, to have a Puckett and a McGuire rookie on top of an 85, that's something that people want to have confidence in. No one cares if you've got a 1985 Topps with, just some common player on top, right? Nobody cares, and it's not going to make a difference in the price. It's not worth the cost to send it in to get authenticated. I guess if you want to send stuff in for your own edification, send in what you want to send in, but just understand that your decision to send in some of these products, it does use time and resources that are limited. Right? There's only a handful of people in this country that authenticate on open material. So it's important that to at least be responsible. Don't send in 5 cases of 88 Donruss. Don't send in 5 cases of 89 Topps. It's just unnecessary. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources. And it's a waste of your own money. But like I said, anything 1980 and back, absolutely send it in regards to individual packs. Send it in. Doesn't matter if there's all common showing in 1980 Topps. Absolutely doesn't matter. That's a 1980 Topps packs are, several $100s now, even with all common showing. Send it in. Get Steve's a blessing, if you will, on a pack such as that. But we really do need to show some, I guess, moderation would be the best term to use. You don't have to send every single pack that you possess in to get authenticated. And see, what's funny about this is that this is deeply hypocritical of me, because I've pretty much sent all of my packs in to Steve to get wrapped. And anyone that watches my YouTube channel will know, okay, Brandon, well, do you practice what you preach? Not always. But I also don't collect junk wax, okay? So I'm not sending him anything later than 1985. Anything. I'm not sending him a rack pack later than 1985 ever. I don't collect anything past that point. So some of my criticisms I am guilty of, others I am not. But I try to be cognizant of the fact that these things take time to authenticate, and the manpower is limited behind this. So that's what I have for you guys today. I hope this has been enjoyable. If you're watching on the YouTube channel, please let me know your thoughts. I'm going to be back with some interviews I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be interviewing some rack pack collectors in future episodes, talk to them about how they got into collecting unopened, how long they've been collecting unopened, what they like to collect in unopened, because everybody likes to collect different things. So be on the lookout for those, and I'll be in touch soon. Take care, everybody.